from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. It's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. Hurts and the Cleveland Browns taking on Zach Wilson and the Los Angeles Rams.
First opened in 1999, there's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 86 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the number 1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll give this to Singletary running right, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well. But that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them. And we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb, because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here come the Browns now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
They go play action with Hurts. They'll roll him out right. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Travis Kelce. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. 1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Gregory Rousseau. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Throwing on second and long. Wilson, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. But first down, Hurts. Flushed out right. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. These two teams all tied after 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Rolling to his right. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. No CD. There didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Yeah, he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage here on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles. 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries. That could plague them down the stretch. But their intensity doesn't waver. I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs. And if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you.
Rolling to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Micah Parsons. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. Taking a shot for Samuel. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A big play that time for Cleveland.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Marshall now, the return. And he returns this to the 22. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for L.A. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he fields it cleanly. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
He was looking for Rashad Bateman there, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Hurts to throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts being chased out left. And I think the ball's out. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Butker's kick here is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where you see the final score there. Landry Jones leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Justin Fields has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, see what's happening with the Bengals. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Mac Jones, strong in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 6-2 on the year. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Browns to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Eluding the pressure right. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because
Hurts fumbles it. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. On the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. On second down now, Singletary, and he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Wilson now to throw on third down.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45. On the give, this is Singletary. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. They go right back to Singletary. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Steps away to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Rams force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going for it all.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts, flush to his right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
On 2nd and goal. Hurts forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Butker is on target,
and the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. To throw again is Wilson.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. This is brought in by Gibson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. 3rd and 2, now Wilson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
And the Browns will take over possession here up at the 44.
He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers?
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth, when the ball's arriving and there's a defender that...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is picked up by the Browns. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A great read, and it's picked off.
And the Rams are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Browns, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.